you're listening to the Mach7 podcast. I'm way too exasperated with trying to do this intro thing. Chris Bedore, that's, like the only guy on campus taller than me. Andrew Upton, I think is his last name.
I'm too white for this.
Okay. He's really angry. Travis Sluder?
I really don't need my last
He's
name
a
on
dick.
here, but I would like to go by Tyrone once again.
Tyrone? Okay.
Tyrone's
Alright,
a dick.
Tyrone.
And I need alcohol.
I thought it was iced tea.
But then you like Tyrone. Okay, you can call me one of the others.
Can it be
They're
iced
interchangeable.
Tyrone, can you
Tyrone?
get your shit together?
It's like €2 to the dollar. You know,
Okay.
they're interchangeable.
And the lone female is Rachel Fern.
But we really don't
something.
count her as a female.
Fernstrom.
Let's be real.
Fernstrom,
Who
yeah.
cares? I don't care
So
about your
yeah,
last name.
I did the intro. Y'all happy?
I'm very happy. That was a very good intro.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I didn't have to do it this week.
It was nice until Dickface over there interrupted.
Nah.
I'm gonna delete all your audio. you're not even gonna be in this
Can
podcast.
you delete her audio without deleting the rest of the audio?
No, I don't care about your guys' audio either.
Okay. Do you
Well,
care about yours though?
Nope.
Travis has been in a bad mood today,
Travis
and
has-
no one knows why.
Travis has total apathy towards this podcast right now.
No, I love the podcast. I actually look forward to Thursdays.
He just hates us.
Yeah.
No, you guys are fine. You
No,
guys,
my question is,
just-
why do you
Really?
why do you have a sticker for your butt today? Like, you're in a very bad mood today.
Oh, I'm not in a
why.
bad mood.
What are you so angry about?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not mad.
Just
I'm salty.
this is the internet. We can use it for therapy, and I'm sure nobody will judge you.
Nah,
Yes.
it's fine. I mean,
fine.
we definitely won't judge you for whatever they do.
I
That
know, I mean,
sounds
it's like-
false. It sounds like when I had a very trusted friend try to tell me to delete Windows when I was having troubles. Would you like to share the story real quick?
So,
Little anecdote.
Wait, what? This actually happened?
I want to
Yeah.
hear the story. Tell me the story.
I don't remember. You had trouble with Audacity doing something?
No,
You had. Oh, it was running a Source Filmmaker.
correct.
That's right. And I just said, just delete Windows and that'll fix it.
No, you said delete Systems 32.
Oh yeah, delete
And
system.
I'm like, well, my system can run 64-bit, so...
But that was like part of it.
And I didn't understand that.
It's a good thing I quickly made the joke into the Web Zeros joke about how I know it's just Source Filmmaker, but this will solve your whole problem. Just delete Windows. Otherwise, you probably would have done it.
I probably would have deleted system whatever
You guys
as
are
well.
dumb.
I don't computer.
It's a good thing I didn't tell you where to find System 32, because
I know how to find it. I thought it sounded familiar. It sounded legit.
it would have been hilarious if you actually did it.
Is there a way for you to recover that?
I don't think so.
You can't do system recovery, or is that considered Windows?
You
wouldn't be able to boot the computer, so
You'd
no.
probably be able to load in a new OS from the CD drive.
No, that's a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah.
Everything would be wiped.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'd be screwed.
I don't know. It might work better.
It might. You might just have a bunch of junk on there that doesn't allow Source Filmmaker to
Yeah.
run. So, Travis, what do you say?
Nope, it's going to wait till later.
But, I mean, if you do it now...
Okay, so last week I was parking my vehicle and I just felt something weird in the brakes. But I had to go inside, and I was inside for about 2 hours over at in one of the buildings here at the gym. I came back out, and something just did not feel right. And so I got out and I looked right underneath the driver door. There's a huge puddle of brake fluid.
Wow.
A line just sheared in half. Like, it blew. I was kind of freaked out. My buddy, who I was also there with, his car, also his starter wouldn't stop. Like, it just kept going zzzz. So
it wouldn't start, but it kept
it
trying.
just kept,
Okay.
it was stuck in on. And we tried taking the battery off, and for some reason it was just kept going, which makes no sense
You
to
took
me.
the battery off of the car.
That's what
and
he
it
told me.
kept
That
going.
he said he disconnected the battery while I was on my way over there, and so he had his car towed. And the next day, I'm like, okay, so maybe I can fix the brake line myself, because I love to do everything on my Jeep. I love to learn about that. So I went to AutoZone. I got something that was going to fix it. But the whole time, my vehicle is feeling like an accordion. I have a stick shift, and like every time I'm trying to shift, like the shifter knob is actually coming up towards me every time I'm
Wow,
shifting.
that's bad.
And I'm feeling like the vehicle is just breaking like into an
Yeah.
A every single time. And so I get to AutoZone, I come back, and I look underneath, and the frame is actually starting to bend outward because it's been doing this movement. Then I noticed that there is a bigger issue at hand. So then I call, that's a big issue if your frame's starting to do
Well,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't drive that to the body shop even. I don't
No,
trust that.
because
Luckily I have free towing. So I had my vehicle towed. This was Tuesday of last week.
Mm-hmm.
So it got towed to a body shop, and the place used to be a Jeep dealership. My landlord had recommended to me a while ago if I had any problems, go there. And I also, the friend whose vehicle died, his vehicle, he sent it there because he said they do amazing work.
Yep.
So all these amazing reviews, even online, I got it sent there. And the guy said, I can't even look into it till Monday. I'm like, that's fine. I got a rental vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was happy. I was like, Monday, they're just going to change my brake line. Monday morning, right before class, right around 8:30, I get a call. Hey, is this Travis? And I was like, yeah. He's like, hey, this is so-and-so workshop. You had the Jeep, right? Yep. You're going to want to come down here.
What?
Oh, God.
I'm
Why
like,
do they have to be so ominous about it?
I was like, what's wrong?
His
He's
Jeep
like,
broke.
it's just better if you come down here. I can't really explain over the phone. I'm like,
Words. Words.
So I
Good save.
went to class, and after I immediately went there, and he has it up on the hoist still, and he's showing me underneath. There's these things called the control arm, and they're mounted onto the frame of your vehicle.
Those sound important.
They both had busted off, and the problem with that is if those, because they connect to your axle, your rear axle,
Yep.
the thing that turns the wheels. If those aren't taken like off, the control arms basically, that means there's nothing supporting the axle, which means if I would hit a bump right, it could drop low, and the drive shaft, which plugs into the axle, could just come unplugged from it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So it literally was, if you drove it to the body shop, you could have died.
I could have had the axle just go on its own way away
Yeah,
from
he
my
could have
vehicle as
died.
I was
Yeah.
driving.
You
I
could
could
have
have
died.
swerved into oncoming
Yeah,
traffic.
he would have died.
Luckily, I mean, there's a bunch of one-way streets, so, I mean, you're probably fine.
That probably wouldn't stop the drivers here from swerving into.
Right.
I mean, it wouldn't be
Oh,
oncoming.
So I hit a tree going 60 miles per hour. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
much safer.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, it's already happened this summer.
Yeah.
I dodged
So
a
you're
deer.
fine.
Yeah. Well, so I was like, okay, can you guys weld these arms back on? Oh, no, we don't do welding here. I was like, okay, who do you suggest? They're like, okay, the owner will, this was Monday, the owner will be back in tomorrow. He just took a long weekend. He'll be in tomorrow, and he'll give so-and-so welding shop a call, and they'll come over and take a look, and we'll let you know what happens. I was like, do you guys have a price estimate? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, whatever. So they're like, what time could you be over here tomorrow? And I'm like, how about after 3:30? They're like, that's great. So I get there Tuesday around 3:15,
Mm-hmm.
and I go and I'm waiting for the owner. Like, they're kind of busy, and I see the owner's washing a vehicle, which is pretty cool when you see the owner actually working with everybody
Yeah.
else just sitting in his office on YouTube, like I would be.
Story of
Listening
my
to
life.
the Mach7 podcast.
Most likely,
yeah,
yeah.
of course. Or watching
I feel like
any
I
of
know
our
this
series.
kid's voice. I don't know where from, though.
So finally somebody says, "Oh, hey, owner name, come on over here. I think this guy's for you." I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "Hey, are you for the Jeep?" And I was like, "Yeah. Have you looked at it?" He's like, "No." Straight up, no. I'm like,
It's a hard no.
what is your suggestion? He's like, "Oh, you should give the welding place a call." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, I've waited for you guys to do this. I was like, "Fine, just what is the phone number?" So he gives me the phone number, and this is around 3:30.
Yep.
I get home around 3:45, and I call the number. The fucking place closes at 3:30.
Wow.
Why'd you call it from the place?
Why? I thought places close at 5. Everywhere
Yeah.
else in the country closes at 5.
There are actually quite a few places with automotive stuff. They typically close at 5, and some of them are even open closer to 8.
Exactly.
Like, if I'm going to call an insurance place, they're going to be open till 8.
I say welding places close early. I mean, it's like I know a lot of businesses that have
But
welding going on. that close
3:30
early.
is like...
Really early.
Like 4:30, maybe. That's
That,
tolerable.
I was
Yeah.
going to say 4 o'clock family business closes down. So
I can see that. So I was like, fine, whatever. I poured myself a drink and I calmed down. Wednesday morning,
What was the drink? I'm curious.
it was Jack straight. No ice cube.
Red-
Did it make
I
you-
took like
red-
a man.
red-
did it
or
make you
black?
feel a little bit better about your situation?
No, but it made me want to smoke.
Red or black?
I've never smoked before,
Go
so.
go grab some cigarettes. Go enjoy yourself.
It's not going to
No,
answer my question.
What was your
Let's just say-
question?
Red or black?
What do you mean red or black?
Or am I thinking Jimmy Bean?
That's Johnny Walker.
Whatever. They all start with J and they're all whiskey.
So this is a space engineer.
And that's Scotch. That's not whiskey.
Just gonna
Scotch is a
invest in some
derivative
nice
of whiskey.
Mark.
You're gonna piss a bunch of people off right there.
Maker's Mark is really good.
Bring it!
You can also say brandy is a type of whiskey too. I mean, all you do is corn alcohol, then you use fruit instead.
Whiskey's nice.
Whatever, it all tastes like wood
Very
varnish
nice.
to me.
So anyway, so Wednesday morning comes around, and I get a place call around 10 o'clock. Oh, no, I left a voicemail the day before. I was like, I gave them all the details. Yeah. The shop was nice enough, and they took pictures. And I got the pictures, and I left a voicemail saying, I can send you the pictures, whatever. The place opens up at 7:30. I haven't heard anything by 10:30, and I was starting my new job. And so I was in my new office here on campus. It's a
you have an office?
I have an office.
Where do you work?
Admin.
Oh, fun.
What do you do?
I should totally just drop in and
Dudes?
I already drop in at the end. Let's go drop in there.
Room 160. Come see me.
Okay, let's go drop in and irritate the crap out of
Yeah.
the
You'll see my awesome office. It's huge.
I'm not going to do that because that'd be really obnoxious if anyone would do that to me. But what do you do? I'm curious.
I'm a transfer assistant, which means I am coordinating all the transfer events and making sure the transfer students get engaged here on campus because every year before me so far in the past couple of years, it's been run by just a student from tech.
Right.
Never a real transfer student because nobody's actually been engaged on campus like I have. So
You're a transfer student?
I'm a transfer. I've
Where'd
only been
you
here for
come
2
from?
years.
I didn't know that.
This is my second year. Yeah, I'm from Grand Rapids Community College.
Oh, I didn't go to community college before this.
GRCC. My sister went there briefly.
Yeah,
My
I
brother
did
was
too
for
the
like
only
a
one out of the two of us
semester.
that actually went to community college. I
loved
went
it.
during high school for 2 classes, then came up here. But
Anyway, so back to my
Cars.
story. So I haven't heard anything 10:30 Wednesday morning. So I call him from my office, and I was like, "Hey, my name's Travis. I was wondering if you got his call because I'm talking to the receptionist." She goes, "Oh no, he hasn't listened to his message." 3 fucking hours? What kind of receptionist are you? You're fired. You must be sleeping with him or something to keep your job because you're not doing the regular responsibilities.
She's not going to listen to this. It's fine.
That's true.
well,
So
she's probably going to listen to it. Cause
well,
I mean, if she's like Chris, she only listens to the one she's on, so.
Well, I mean, I have to listen to the silky smooth sound of my voice.
I listened to
I'm on to
them.
my story.
Okay.
So I call, she's like, "Oh, he can listen to the message right now. Can we give you a call back?" I'm like, "Sure." So they call back in about 5 minutes, and "Hey, Travis." I was like, "Hey, who is this?" And he's like, "This is Keith." And I'm like,
Keith David? That's what it sounds like.
Well, I mean, it just sounded like he was like just so I don't give a fuck on the phone, and he's
Rachel, please,
Stop.
grow up. We're trying to do a sophisticated podcast here.
we have 44 views. Knock it off.
We have 44 views. Knock it
They
off.
don't want to put up with this.
Those 44 people.
I'm
by the
aggro
way,
right now.
We love you.
Super aggro.
We love you, 44 people. Also, we love you, the
When you
40
shut
people
up.
who have
So-
subscribed to us. Thank you for subscribing.
I'm listening to your story.
I know you are. And Chris is
Intently.
looking at me and smiling and giggling over here.
I'm
It's
saying
great.
thank you
I
to the
love
people who have
seeing
subscribed
people
So
to us.
angry.
anyway, Wednesday. So I'm talking to the guy, and I was like, can you come take a look at it? And he's like,
Nope.
yeah, I have to go over to anyway, so I'll head over there and I'll get back to you.
Did you accidentally say the name of the place?
Yeah, I'm just gonna edit it out.
Okay.
I'm just gonna reset it right now. Spice places.
Nah, just put a sensor beep in there.
Oh yeah.
It's a great
Best
effect.
beep.
Everyone loves the
Wow.
censor beeps.
Okay.
It's more of a dubstep noise.
I mean,
than a
we
sensor
already
beep,
have to
but
put
that's
like
fine.
5 or 6 in since you've said beep.
Okay, cutting all that out. So anyway, so I'm here at 10:30, happy, thinking that finally some progress is happening. That was yesterday. That Wednesday was yesterday. I called today at noon because I haven't heard a fucking thing.
He keeps dropping F-bombs. I'm
fine.
scared. He
I am
doesn't swear
aggro.
that-
I'm
you
aggro.
don't. I've never seen you swear this much.
I know because I normally don't like to swear that
You
much.
see, I've never seen him swear this much either, but I hear him swear this much all the time. It's a sense joke.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Continue.
So I called today at noon, and I get a guy, and he's like, "Oh, he's on his lunch." I was like, "Can you leave a message for me?" At this point,
I mean,
I'm getting.
he's not going to listen to it for 3 hours.
Did this
so.
guy say
No,
no?
write
You
it-
can't leave a message.
I was like, "Can you leave a message?" Which he wrote down. He's like, "I'm writing one down. I'll put it on his desk." I haven't heard a fucking thing today.
Jesus.
I don't trust body shops up here. I've been in a month-long insurance debacle with one over an accident that happened before school started.
So, it has taken, let's see, over a week for my vehicle to be fixed. I have a rental in this time.
Yep.
I am done with the UP. I have had to wait weeks. Last winter, in January, when it was negative 40, I had to wait for a heater.
Yep.
This summer, I had to wait weeks for a refrigerator. Now I have to wait weeks to get my vehicle fixed. Fuck do you be, man?
Have you thought of investing in a new vehicle?
And
I am, but I need the money from
at this point in time, do you have insurance?
Yeah.
At this point in time, I'm surprised the insurance hasn't just been like, fuck it, total it. Buy a new car.
Can they do that?
Yeah. They did it with one of my cars.
Can I just ask them to total it out?
I don't think you might be able to ask them, but I mean, I don't know.
I could even make a deal with them. I don't care. I want this liquidated. I would take it into a junkyard if I knew I wouldn't get just $200 for it, because it's worth, excuse me, talk. $5,000.
Sounds like you're about to cry.
What?
Well,
$5,000.
you see, I understand the
Our car's
pain
worth
because
like
a Jeep
15.
breaking down really is heartbreaking.
But, like, I enjoy fixing it, but I can't weld because I don't have the equipment.
Well, yeah.
So,
Do you even have the appropriate accommodations regarding like area with your apartment
Do you know how
or
to
whatever?
weld?
I have 80 acres of land. I'm sure I could find someplace.
I mean,
You have 80 acres? What?
Yeah, that's 80 acres around
Does
my
he
place.
know how to
Oh, you haven't been to
weld?
my place yet.
No.
I keep thinking you're at my place.
No.
Yeah, I'm on
Yeah,
80
he has a
acres.
nice house.
I mean, probably the safest area to weld there would be like in the driveway where
On
it's
the
all
gravel.
where it's all rocks instead
Yeah.
of
Yeah, exactly.
grass.
But I don't even want to weld it at my place. I don't even want to weld. I want to do Chris's thing because I don't even want this vehicle anymore because I've been window shopping. I feel
You're so excited for this.
I feel-
So tell me about the cars that you found.
So I'm looking at Trailblazers and I'm looking at the Mercury Mirror. I feel like I'm cheating on my Jeep right now.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, I'm just really excited.
I mean,
Trailblazers
at
are
this
nice.
point in time, your Jeep is in the hospital bed on hospice care. So,
Yeah, that's exactly.
except you do hospice care at your house. So I guess it's more
It's-
like
Not always.
It's in the ICU.
Usually, it's like plugged into the iron lung.
It's in a deep coma and it's vegetated right
It's
now.
it's in one of those.
All you got to
ICUs.
do is pull the plug.
And that's calling up the insurance company.
Yep.
I'm gonna seriously
Let's do it.
Google search tonight if I can just swipe that out. But back to the vehicles I'm looking for. I'm so excited because I haven't had a vehicle in 4 years. My Jeep has never had rolling windows, never had automatic windows. I want heated seats. I want air conditioning. I want heat. I haven't had heat.
Are you going to be able to get all that for $5,000?
You can't get all that for $5,000 because the car that my brother and I have, we recently got a new car back around Christmas. We got, I think it was an Outlook. Really nice car. Has heated seats. I think it also has cooled seats. So it's just like, yes. Because in the winter...
In case you want an icy
Cool,
bum.
for cooled seats, what it does is that, remember, you know how in the summer it gets really freaking hot and then your legs stick to the seat and it's like...
Yeah. The
you're,
sun.
You're just peeling skin
You
off of
know,
your legs
you
as you stand
can-
up.
That's why I
No,
hate
that
leather.
doesn't happen to me.
That's
Yeah,
cooled
you can
seat.
avoid that if you get leather. I mean, if you don't get leather.
Or you
But
can just get a
to-
seat cover.
But to
That
get
too.
heated seats, you have to have leather.
You have to have a leather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but you
you-
can get a seat cover to put over it, a thin one, and it will do
I
just fine.
Would
Yeah.
not suggest.
It'll do just fine. Like thin micro.
Also have a really nice sky roof window thingy.
I
Did
had
that
on
cost
my,
under $5,000 or like?
It was like 15.
Well, actually,
Oh,
I have 6K to play
useless.
with right now because my parents are being the
Oh, okay.
loveliest people in the world, and they're giving me some money.
I know that feeling.
But they're not giving it to me. I told them. They said, if you want, we can give you this amount. I was like, I do not want this. I'm almost 23 years old. I want to be totally self-sufficient at this point. I'm cutting the umbilical cord. I'll take a loan with no interest.
Most
So-
people cut the umbilical cord right out of the womb.
Not me. I hung on to that sucker. I was swinging on it.
Man, if you've been up here for...
You have no
If this
idea how
is your
long that
second
thing
year.
is.
It stretches.
It must be huge.
Well, not anymore. I got it.
It
It's got it
hurts.
here.
Well, I mean,
Just hearing.
Stem cell research could be going on for years with that thing. Because they use the umbilical cord because there's all those stem cells in
I
it.
got it.
okay.
Well, you looked at me. He was kind of confused, so I thought I had to spell it out for him.
Yeah.
No. I get it.
Also with the car problems, that's another reason why I'm glad I technically don't have my license yet, so I just walk everywhere. Or
I don't
take
know
a
how it's
You
beneficial. I'd rather have car
technically
problems.
don't?
I have a permit which requires me to have someone who's 21 or older driving with me.
So it's not you technically don't. It's on pretty much all fronts you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
Although
you
I
know,
can get away with driving with it.
You can have a license and still walk everywhere. Like, I mean, it doesn't restrict you from
just-
walking.
In fact, sometimes when you have car troubles, that's what you're forced to do.
Well,
I failed my driver's test because I could not back the car.
Well, because you
the
leave,
spot.
I leave. How far away?
Because you live off of campus, like, unless you're right by campus. Walking isn't.
I live on
Like
campus.
15 minutes off campus.
I mean, considering that walking to class from campus sometimes isn't an option.
Yeah, you know, when there's like 3 feet of snow outside the door.
And you don't have heat in your vehicle? Imagine that, dude. That's the worst experience.
Remember that time you didn't have a back window
Auto
when you were driving at night and it was really
very
cold?
nice for cars.
That's
That
why
was
I'm
a
so
time.
excited to get a vehicle that doors seal the air in properly, the windows. There's windows. It's not vinyl. These are windows. Oh.
You're so excited
you tell?
to get a new car. You should just call up the insurance and be
I didn't know
like,
they could do that for you.
Get the new car. Come on, do it.
I want to. I'll make them a deal.
You want to do it. Just go do it.
it'll
I
have
didn't know that was a possibility. I will do it.
I don't know if it's a possibility either, but you don't know until you check.
Yeah.
I'll tell them I got hit by a deer in the tire or something like that and it broke it off the axle.
Well, no, don't
Perfect.
lie, because, then they, sue you for fraud.
And
what do I
also,
tell
it's
them?
being recorded
You
right now.
tell them I found every...
They're one of our 44 listeners, right?
It's the guy from the insurance company.
with the way my insurance has been stalking me, I wouldn't doubt if they were listening in on this.
Well, I actually called up everybody that's in my little black book, and that includes my insurance person, other people from my utilities, my landlord. So I sent them all the link.
Is that dude from State Farm just stalking you the entire time?
What?
Huh?
That wasn't sufficient silence. Once again, Andrew.
I'm trying to move the podcast along, all right?
All right, so does anybody else have anything to share?
Yes.
Because that was a good 20-minute story.
I'm
that I
raising my
really
hand.
Was
enjoyed.
that really 20 minutes?
Yeah, Chris, you have a story?
No.
They can't see your hands.
I'm raising my hand.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Okay, so I had a tragedy happen to me this morning, and it was pretty sad.
What happened?
Does it rival my tragedy?
No, yours is way worse.
Now you know I'm aggro.
Yeah, you're pretty mad. It's weird.
But am I out of being
No,
correct
it's...
on being
You,
aggro?
you
totally-
see, I have this issue where I can't tell if you're seriously angry or if you're joke angry.
See,
so
nobody understands me when it comes to that. Like, nobody understands when I'm being sarcastic or when I'm being a dick or when I'm being real. So,
I sometimes
Yeah.
have that same problem.
are you being a dick right now?
Are
Probably
you
not.
joshing us, bro?
I am
Probably.
the Josh.
The Josh Master over here.
Oh my god.
Are you toffering? Chris toffering?
That was not a significant amount of silence for whatever that
Shut up!
something.
No, I'm having one of those
Can I
days
tell my story
where-
now?
Go for it.
I
All right.
guess.
So, I'm
What
actually
about
gonna...
Destiny?
No, I'm gonna...
You mean Borderlands?
Late pass. I'm gonna preface this story with another story, actually.
Okay.
It's a
Don't
two-in-one
Story
story.
time, kids.
all
Oh,
the
hold on
way.
1 second. I have one question to ask Rachel real quick.
Okay.
Have you played Destiny yet?
You mean Borderlands?
I played a bit of Destiny. I
mean
got,
Borderlands?
I got as far as I got
On
in
what?
the demo, and then I've gotten to the point where I've been too busy to actually touch
Or you just
my
don't give
Xbox
enough
One.
fucks to play Destiny? Okay.
I ran.
Why-
I've,
why
I've
have
been
you-
You mean
busy with,
Borderlands?
Why
I've
have
been
you?
busy with exams.
Why?
What exam?
Why do you only
I
have
had
the
an
demo?
exam
Borderlands
yesterday.
came out like 8
You mean
years
Destiny?
ago.
Alright, I'm done. Last time.
Hey, let me finish talking. Okay. I got to
Wait,
the
no.
point where I got in the
That was my
demo.
one question.
Like, I
Now,
got,
yeah,
like, 8
we'll come
levels.
back. We'll come back to Destiny.
Reason why I had an exam yesterday, which I've been prepping for because I naturally, as a rule of thumb, do absolutely terrible on exams. I have horrible testing anxiety. I can't.
You know what helps?
I can't do it
Replacing the
I
rule
study.
of the thumb
I
with the
study
rule of the fist.
so much.
On
And I-
Imgur.
No, not on imgur. I study so much.
On
Via
Imgur.
book. I sit there. I do problems. I go over my notes. I have people quiz me. I do fine. Go into the room. Mind blank.
Is that like
Just I
the
can't.
Jedi?
Story time. Go.
Okay.
Story
So,
time.
I'm planning on... I want to try something different with the intros, and so I've been listening to all the past podcasts, like the past couple days, and
This is tragic.
I know this...
Past
Well, this
couple
isn't the
days,
tragic
don't you mean
part.
Past
Okay.
couple weeks.
The tragic part is the sequel. This is like a saga of stories I'm telling right here.
So this is
Well,
like...
let them tell the story. Hold on.
This is exciting.
Topher.
If you call me that again...
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna internet punch me?
yes.
I don't know what that is. I'm kind of scared.
It's a real thing, just so you know.
Punch him.
It's where I punch you so hard they
With
hear it
.html?
on, they hear it on the internet. I can't talk today. My eyes are like,
That delivery, man.
Tell me about it.
Eh,
Delivery. That was pretty bad.
eh.
Okay, so I'm listening to past podcasts because I want to take all like the funny parts that we've said, and I
Okay.
want to like make that into like an intro.
Yep, that usually works. And you found out we're not that funny?
Yeah, well, partly that. But okay, so this is the bridge to the tragic part. Last night I was listening to the Politicast, and I fell asleep to you talking about Marvel.
Yep.
I'm not surprised.
And
At least you didn't fall asleep to me talking about Obama.
it's true, I got past that part. And then it was like cosmic level. That's my sleeping noise.
Can't do it.
So I fell asleep with my glasses on because as I was going, I was writing down.
Keep going.
You're writing down stuff.
I was writing down like timestamps for
Yeah.
the funny stuff we said or whatever. What are you laughing at?
You know, if
I think I know where your story's going now.
you know,
I don't think you do.
if you're doing timestamps, one of them totally has to be cosmic level.
And that'll probably be in there now, but I'm out.
Awesome.
So I fell asleep and I woke up and my glasses were all bent out of shape and stuff.
Okay.
So I tried to bend them like back into place. Okay, so I had Oakley's. I just bumped the table.
What does that even mean?
The
Oakley's?
the brand.
The brand? They're like Ray-Bans.
They're
okay.
expensive
so
as fuck.
They're designer.
Yeah.
Nobody can see, but I'm the only one at the table who doesn't glasses at this point. So,
At this point, what?
well, I have history in the family
you.
of
I got you.
middle-aged men needing glasses. So,
Makes sense. Okay, but so Oakley's, they have the arms are like straight back. They don't curl around the ear.
okay.
But so it's basically made up of two parts. Like the part that is next to the frame that holds the glasses. I'm going to point to it for everyone here, right here. It's much thicker, and then it comes back here, and it's like a thinner piece of metal that has like a rubber thing on it that like clings to your
So
head.
it tapers down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was wiggling it a little bit on my glasses,
Wiggle.
and the smaller part broke off completely.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, oh, well, that's probably not good.
And you
no,
thought
it's
it was
not.
Travis who was all bent out of shape.
Oh, get wrecked. Looking at him. So I was freaking out just a little bit. At this point, I was kind of like, okay, it's fine because I still have contacts that I can wear. Because it's so small, like you could not like super glue that back on there
Okay.
because it's just there's not enough surface area. I could probably use tape, but I don't want to look like a guy who has tape on his glasses, so I'm not going to do that.
Without tape on your glasses, you
Yeah,
already
Michigan
kind of
time.
look like a guy
That's
with tape on their
camouflage,
glasses.
dude.
It's basically, I don't want to camouflage in here. That's all I'm saying.
You'd have to like squat down a little. when
That's
you
true, I
walk.
would.
Yeah, because
So I go and I get my contacts because they're in a little, contact case. Mm-hmm. And I open up the one for the right eye, and there is no liquid in there, and the contact has completely dried up. The
That's
left one is
bad.
fine. The left one is good because I haven't worn my contact for probably like 4 or 5 months. Because the last time would have been when I played basketball last, which would have been last semester.
you played basketball.
Yeah, I played basketball.
Are you surprised?
Well, yeah,
he's 7.5
he's like
feet
8 feet tall.
So I was like, well, this isn't good. So I rummaged through my pile of crap trying to find like a replacement one because you get like packs of them. There's multiples.
Yeah.
Could not.
Contacts?
Yeah,
Oh, I did
Yeah.
not know that.
yeah.
I want to get
My
contacts.
brother
but I'm
wears
scared to touch my
contacts.
eye.
I just can't.
It's really not that bad.
I know. Everybody tells me that, but I'm scared.
But so I couldn't
be
find
scared
one.
too.
I couldn't find one for my right eye. Like I had one for my left, but I didn't have another one for my right.
So is this just like a prescription difference, or is there an
Yeah,
actual
what's the difference
aesthetic
between your left and your
difference?
right?
There's a prescription difference.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
There's always
Like I wouldn't be able to see if I had the left one in my right eye.
Okay.
So at this point, I start panicking a little bit.
Did you consider just putting the left one in and wearing an eye patch?
I did actually. I've actually done well. I didn't wear an eye patch, but one time I couldn't get the right one in. This was like when I was in middle school or something, and so I just had the left one in, and we went to like a basketball tournament, and I played in it with just one contact in. It was bad because I cannot see anything without my glasses.
Yeah, after you started talking about this, I started looking at your glasses.
Yeah,
Dude,
do
you
you
have
see how
Coke
thick they are?
bottles.
How
Holy
far?
crap!
I kind of want to see.
They're really
Am I
bad.
allowed to see?
You have awful
Yeah.
eyesight.
So I'm not gonna be able to see out of those. So
Holy fuck.
yeah, it's really really bad. Like I
I
can't.
just want to see how thick that
I
is.
can't see what you guys are doing.
Those
right
are
now.
pretty huge.
Oh god.
Okay, I know you guys aren't here, but that's like the thickness of a half a deck of cards.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So like you can measure that in centimeters,
Yeah.
and get like a not terribly small
My eyes
number.
hurt.
Okay, so I'm like panicking now because I can't really see anything and I don't have contacts to use for a while. So as I'm rummaging through my stuff, I find a glasses case, and I'm like, these might have my old glasses in it. And I open it up, and it was like that angelic noise, like, and my old glasses were in it, so that's what I'm wearing now. It was really, really bad, and I almost freaked out way too much.
That's totally what I was thinking about when I was giggling earlier. You're like, I bet you don't know. And I'm like,
I
that
broke my glasses and I have different ones on
Yeah,
now.
I knew. I was like, instantly when you said that, I'm like, those aren't your regular glasses.
You
So-
see, you can tell that's less tragic than Travis's
It's-
story.
it's definitely-
because you got your car back in the end, and
It's
Travis
true.
still doesn't have his
And
glasses.
crying.
It's okay, Travis. One day you'll get that car back.
And I'll hear
In
an
the
angelic noise.
In the form of a new car. An angelic noise.
But yeah, it's good I found these because even if I did have to wear contacts, like if I found those, that would be less than ideal because, as you guys mentioned, my glasses are very thick and they can't make contacts that are like the perfect prescription for me.
You
So-
just wouldn't be able to blink. It'd be okay.
I mean, like when I have contacts in, I have a very difficult time reading things at a distance still. So it's better that I found these
You
glasses.
just need to
So you
get
need
the
glasses with your
you
contacts.
just need to
Yeah.
get the bigger
Like, 'cause
contacts and
it's
just
just-
constantly artificial tears.
Yeah, like they're just not. You just can't make the contacts because they're so thin as it is. You can't make them any better. So.
You should get a
was your second
monocle
story?
just in case this happens
That was the
again.
second story.
Oh.
The first story was me doing that new thing for the intro.
How's that going?
It's pretty good. I'm on the last episode now, so I just have to go through it, which is gonna have a lot of stuff because it's got Stuart's story in there. So
Oh,
I have to listen to the entirety of that.
I would.
the intro?
No, like the entirety of that.
No, the intro.
Just the intro.
The intro.
Okay,
Do you do the
I will
intro?
go watch the
I did the
intro
intro.
when I get
Okay.
back home.
It took me like
to go write
good
my
2
paper.
hours.
Oh, that. I was like,
'Cause,
I did the
Wait,
intro to
what?
the video.
So I download
Let's start
a
with the actual
YouTube
podcast.
downloader to download the behind the scenes for Mach7 off of YouTube.
By the way,
Oh, I saw that.
we own that, so it's not illegal.
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
I saw that.
You
I
actually-
saw the intro. I like that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, since you have access to my account, you can go to the Mach7 account. You can actually download any video that you've uploaded.
Well, now I know that.
Yeah. So
The more you
I took
know.
that off, and like, I could not find good video splitter at all anywhere on the internet for free.
Okay.
So I had to use this converter program that reason for this program is you can swap it from any audio format to any audio format. It's awesome. It's completely free. But it also lets you do video as well, kind of, and it allows you to split it up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, you have to hit play, and then you have to hit start here for that clip, and then you have to hit end here for the end of the clip.
you can't just like pause it and have the tracker
And you
there.
cannot move the tracker at all. You
Wow.
have to hit it right there.
That is absolute rubbish.
And it was so hard to do it. So, like, that's why I felt so good about the intro, and, like, I heard nothing from it. I was like, you don't understand. I had to watch that damn video 8 times.
I mean, it's a good video though. So
Boom.
I'll go leave another comment on there.
There we
saying
go.
Saying how nice it is.
And then, of course, I used that amazing angelic music, so. Yeah, I made that music a long time ago.
it's true. It's good music.
Thank you. See?
We probably won't use it for anything else at this point. So.
I know.
I mean,
What if we did?
I'm not going to comment on the music because the last time I commented on your music, like
Screedly Meadleys!
a year, yeah,
This great
that
little
happened.
If you write me a Screedly Meadly song, a song,
We will use it for the intro. of the
Like-
podcast.
we will use it for something.
It'll be the main theme to 7.
I still think we should get the t-shirts and have Screedly Meadly on it.
Okay.
Just somewhere.
I just like to get t-shirts at this point.
Yeah.
Like blank T-shirts.
I
That'd
don't
be fun.
even care.
Just a big
So
Mach
anyway.
7 on the front and then Screedly
No, we
Meadly
just
on the back.
write Mach 7 on with like markers.
So I had a
Okay with
story.
that.
Andrew had a story.
Mhm.
Going in this order, Rachel, please share a story.
Okay.
Share with us your impressions on Destiny. I would like to know about that.
You mean Borderlands?
You guys are amazing.
I effectively gave you guys my impressions because...
No. You
How
told us
far-
that you
how-
haven't been able to play it. You didn't
No,
say anything about
but
whether
if
you
you
liked
guys
it or not.
listened to the previous podcast I was in, we were talking about Destiny.
But you hadn't played it yet.
Actually, I had played the demo.
So
So
you're a
did we.
liar.
We
Okay.
weren't happy with it.
I'm a dirty, dirty liar. Yes, I am.
So anyway,
So, Destiny...
starting the podcast now.
You mean Borderlands?
God fucking damn it. I won't be able to talk with this.
Okay, one more time. So tell us about Destiny.
I swear to fucking God, Andrew. I swear to fucking God.
You mean Snorterlands?
Can you just dub in? You mean Borderlands every time?
Oh, I
you say
will.
Destiny?
I'm
Okay,
going to
thanks.
from now on.
Okay.
I'm going to have something to show up on the screen, too.
Wait, yeah,
Done.
annotation.
Oh.
Annotation with the psycho with the gun to his
Exactly.
head. You mean
That's exactly
Borderlands?
That's exactly what I'm thinking right now. I'm going to delete all
I
this
enjoyed it.
social
There were many more. When I went and played it, there were a lot more areas to go to than there were in the demo, which I really enjoyed. For maybe about an hour, I actually teamed up with Ross and followed him around for a bit because he was a higher level than I was. So I'm just sitting there in a corner as he's running around, and I'm just slowly following him as he wipes out these enemies. It's just like, I can't do anything. What am I supposed to do? Because I'm like level 3, and you're level 10.
Whoa. Level 10s and level 0s are in the same area? So I'm stuck in that level to level 10? Wow, this replayability is amazing. Keep going.
Because
Travis is going to throw something.
How are you stuck in a corner and following him? I don't understand.
The corner moves!
Why are you still in an area at level 0 where he's at 10?
I'm level 1.
Whatever.
I think he's at 3 before.
Yeah, I'm level 3. Well, what you can do is, as you go into an area, these areas are extremely huge, so they'll have like a small, like an area over here that's filled with enemies. I haven't gotten to the moon yet, sadly. I really want to go to the moon.
Come on,
the wizard came from there.
I want to go to the moon. The moon's so much fun.
We got to the moon in the 60s, Rachel. What are you still doing
here? It was
1959.
I want to go to the moon.
I thought it was 69.
I go to space when I grow up. Probably never going to go to space, but...
Maybe it was 69.
It was...
Let her tell her thoughts on...
You watch Even Stevens?
I absolutely adore that they have all these different cave systems going around the map, so I'll go in there. Yes, I talk with my hands. For you people, you guys can't see me, but I am like flailing my arms.
I am mocking Rachel talking with her hands.
We should make a video podcast, guys.
Yeah.
Once we hit 300 views.
Nah.
You
That's
hear
a live
that?
stream. That's different.
Watch this repeatedly, and you can see us look like idiots.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
I went into
this.
this.
IP.
So I'd be going through these different cave systems.
Tell me more about caves.
Well, there's this one guy named Cave Johnson.
This is Portal, not Destiny.
You mean Borderlands?
Speaking of Borderlands...
You mean Destiny?
God fucking damn it.
Why is
anyone else excited for the pre-sequel?
Yep.
To what?
To
Borderlands the
I'm
pre-sequel.
so excited because one we can play as Crap Trap.
I don't
You might as well be Crap Trap because he's a piece of crap sometimes.
I don't think it's going to be better than Borderlands 2.
You mean Borderlands 1?
Borderlands 2 is a lot better than Borderlands.
Borderlands 2 is a lot of fun. I am actually on the hunting trip with Sir Hammerlock.
I have played through the game like 5 times.
I'm so excited for the part where the
Borderlands
villain
2.
in that
Oh, you mean
DLC
Destiny?
Yes.
So
Oh, you mean the Halo wannabe? You're supposed to say that.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's a Halo wannabe, so I'm not going to say that.
Hammerlock DLC sucks, by the way. I hate it.
I'm excited for the end where that one guy just falls down this massive thing of stairs and kills himself from it.
You see, you already know what's going to happen, though, so it loses all of its effect.
No, I just want to see this.
Are we like doing the Vogue over here?
We're doing the like majestic hand symbols. We're like doing
the Vogue.
calls. Give me a minute.
Did you tell us what you thought about Destiny?
No!
You mean Borderlands?
I don't want you to tell anything because nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to be here.
Let's say.
Tell us what you think about goddamn Destiny.
Who's going to edit
I like
that video?
You mean Borderlands?
I like it, okay?
You know, it's pretty optimistic.
What do you like about it besides the caves?
No, it's not. Yeah.
Them caves. Them fucking caves.
The curvature
with
of
these
them
fucking enemies
caves.
with the question mark levels, and I just go in there like, oh, hi. Can I steal some loot from you?
I already know the title of this.
Thanks,
I give up,
bye.
cast.
I get gassed.
The enemies are really fun to kill. Give them that. So how are you doing, Chris?
Just awful.
That's reasonable because, he's just bringing it all.
No. It has nothing to do with Travis. It has to do with the insurance. I hate insurance. I can tell my awful car story.
Please do.
What happened?
Oh, God.
Tell your story.
Okay, so, like a month ago, when I was moving up here...
Your car exploded.
Let him tell the story.
I should probably start
What happened to your car?
Getting to it!
I want to know!
This is an extensive story that starts before summer. So
Jesus balls!
It's going to be a long story.
The summer, nothing happens.
On a scale of 1 to your explanation of the Marvel Universe, how long is this story?
2 times explanation of the Marvel Universe.
Jesus fuck.
You're doomed!
Can we make like a separate podcast for that?
I'm going to try a new track on Audacity so I can just delete it later.
Okay. That's okay.
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, not a year ago, but last semester, not the summer semester, but the spring semester, I need to store all my shit because it can't all fit into my car. And my storage arrangements fell through. So I needed to scramble to find some place to store all my stuff so it didn't, get robbed by raccoons or bears. Because that's all that lives up here.
What do you have to store that raccoons and bears want?
There's a lot of bears outside.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
What, do you have,
There's also a
sparrows
lot
and
of moose.
Twinkies, or...
I was going to say, if you would have asked me, we have a storage unit. So if you ever need to store anything.
I had 2 weeks to figure this out, so my first thought wasn't...
Yeah, you had 2 weeks to ask her!
It was like, who could I ask?
Rookie
I
mistake.
barely knew her, and I had a standing offer.
You spent a whole summer talking to her via Skype. How were you not intimate yet?
This was before the summer, remember?
No, I wasn't listening.
Oh, well...
Man,
Don't worry, I will listen to it again.
Travis gives me this... No! Go away. We don't speak of those things.
What?
Those things.
No.
Are you going to keep telling your story?
Anyway, Travis
I
gave
don't
me...
even think you started yet.
Oh.
I tried to start, but then you weren't paying attention.
This is the pre-story.
That was the pre-sequel?
I had one of those. You mean that... What?
I do mean that. Anyway.
No, that what?
So,
Come on.
I had a standing offer from somebody to store my shit with their place over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
However, they weren't staying in that place. 2 other people that I know were.
So he was subleasing it to them?
Kind of?
Or were they just squatting?
I don't know the exact arrangement other than he wasn't there, but 2 people that I knew and kind of trusted with my stuff were.
Okay.
So.
Did they break your stuff?
Let him tell the story, woman!
So, the guy who is not living there over the summer, who we'll call K, so I don't have to say this guy and that girl and...
You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Them
I had
people.
the same thing when I had to say so-and-so.
So K...
Was it Kevin? Is that what the K stands for?
No.
His
Chris.
Kevin?
Let's call him Kevin.
The K actually has no relation at all to his name.
Give him fake
It was
names.
Keith, by the way.
Dang it. Keith David. I should have remembered that.
And letters are easier to
special.
remember than if I gave them large esoteric names.
Like Kevin and
Yes,
Barbara.
Kevin is esoteric as shit, okay?
Kevin and Barbara.
So is Derek.
Yeah.
And Colin.
Those are human names. Anyway,
Those are names.
I bring that up in
Esoteric
scripts,
name.
but-
Who'd give
Anyway,
us those names?
so Kay tells me that I can store however much I need at his place over the summer because he has a lot of storage space. So I'm figuring, near the end of the year, I'll just drop my stuff off at Kay's apartment house thing. You see, the issue here is I'm not going to break out laughing and just ruin the podcast when you're mocking
Don't even
my
acknowledge her.
hand
She'll stop.
gestures.
She's like a
Okay.
child. Just let
Okay.
her have fun.
Like a child. I'm sorry, that was a high school joke.
A High School Musical joke?
No.
Bet on it.
Okay, so
Who actually watched that?
Kay tells me I can store everything I need at his place, and I'm figuring I'm just going to drop it off at his place, when I can. However, it's still leased out to other people, and they end up staying late because they suck and I hate them.
And that's why I say late, because you hated them?
I mean, maybe.
More than
I
likely.
consider that legit. Yeah.
So,
Wait, by the way, are you wearing a stocking cap in the middle of the summer?
it's September.
But I've seen you wearing that this summer when we were on the meetings. Now it just kind of hit me now. You've been wearing that hat all summer.
I never took it off.
Dude, I wear my
wrong with
I bathe with this hat.
Dude, I wear my panda hat in the summer when it's really
You
freaking
do?
hot.
Why you wear that in the summer?
I love that hat.
Tell your
Anyway,
story.
Gift for me for my birthday.
I wear a golf hat when I go.
so
That's in the summer.
I wear a baseball cap when I baseball.
but by the time I wear my storytelling hat when I kill all of you for not listening,
When I baseball.
so it's like finals week by the time we confirm, okay, I'm storing my stuff at Kay's place, I have the money for Kay, that's all set and done. Kay leaves on Tuesday of finals week and tells me, hey, since the people aren't out of my place yet, you can store your stuff with Q.
K said you could store stuff with Q.
Yes.
Why'd you have to pick two letters that are so close to each other? Why couldn't you just said M? K and M sound nothing like
Oh,
K
like
and
opposite
M.
ends of the alphabet. I don't see the problem.
I was going to say L, but then I figured people would get it confused with Death Note, so
With
No,
what?
Just say M.
Never heard of it.
M. Okay.
You're very sad.
So I can store my stuff with M.
Should be M and Q, not.
Oh, James Bond. Pew pew.
So I can store my stuff.
You really haven't progressed that far in the story
K.
yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
His face. You look a little aggro there.
K tells me that I just drop my stuff off with M, and she will make sure it gets to the place.
Gosh, this sounds like a math problem.
This is worse than a math
This
problem.
sounds like one of the problems I just did on my physics exam.
That you failed?
Dude, I solved a problem for a guy falling off of a roof.
That's pretty morbid, but tell your
That's
story.
real. Anyway.
That shit's real, man.
So, K tells me that I can just leave my stuff with M.
Yeah, we heard this 4 or 5 times now.
Yeah, and you've interrupted me 4 or 5 times!
Shut up and shut up!
I'm just tired of urine.
I recently read a math problem that was a pickup line. You guys want to hear it?
I really do.
Yes,
but after
tell-
this.
Tell me more.
I have another math anecdote
Tell
after
me
that.
more.
So I contact M on Tuesday, being like, hey, I have all my shit packed up. When can I move it to your place? It's a dorm room on campus. It's not really a place, but... And M is like, I can't store it yet because my roommate doesn't leave until Thursday. I leave on Friday, by the way. So this is...
This is okay.
So you know what?
It's gonna be a little hassle,
It's
but...
a little... It's cutting it a little close, but it's not like, you know...
Oh my gosh.
eh, not yet.
I mean, you could leave Saturday technically if you had to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I wait till Thursday, and I contact M, being like, I'm going to bring my stuff over, and Emma's like, okay. And the things I have to store are I have 3 plastic bins full of stuff. That's
That's not bad.
not dead bodies.
I wasn't gonna ask. It's
A
better if I
Is
don't
dead
know.
bodies.
a mini fridge that's not mine.
Oh, I thought you
It's
said it
not
didn't
full
have
of
dead
bodies?
bodies in it.
No, it wasn't full of dead bodies.
Totally
about
full of dead
drugs?
bodies.
Not drugs.
Just place!
All the pot.
Then I don't care.
A mini fridge that's not mine. A television.
Full of bodies.
Did it
Yes.
have a show of... I don't know,
What
whatever.
was it playing?
Keep going.
Info
And-
right there.
Biocock Intimate? Alright.
Yes!
You mean Borderlands? And
Yes, he totally means Borderlands.
2 other plastic bin things that are like a shelf unit kind of thing.
Full of Destiny.
You mean that Tifo ripoff? Ah.
So,
Never mind.
I can't fit it all in one trip because the school will only let me rent out tiny dollies and not like huge trams to move all my stuff. So I pack up the 3 plastic bins on a dolly and I take it over to M's room and I'm like, okay, here's some stuff for me to store. And they look at me like I'm psycho. And they're like, I can't store this much. And I'm like, Kay told me you could store everything. This is only half of what I have. So we manage to find somebody else who's a friend of M's who can store my stuff in their room until M can move.
So wait, K is a friend of M, right?
Yes.
M has a friend named...
They appear only
W,
They
okay.
appear only once, so I don't need to name.
Okay, so K has a friend named M. M has a friend named W. Keep going.
So M is now storing my stuff with W until W can return it to M so they can move it to K.
See, wasn't it important that you named it now?
I only did that because you named them.
Thank you.
So now I have to figure out where half of my other shit goes. Luckily for me, I have another friend, the person who's going to be in the house with M over the summer. We'll call them B. No, because that's somebody in Mach7 now, and it's not that person. So we'll call them
J. No, it rhymes with K.
Sigma.
Nice.
No, it has to be the real alphabet, not the fake.
Z.
Real alphabet.
We'll call them Z.
For zebra.
No, call him Zed.
Z, okay.
Or G.
Not like Zed.
I'm going with Z.
I like Zed, because Dr. Zed.
He's the president, so I kind of have to
Yes!
listen to him sometimes.
Like he ever uses executive authority anywhere.
I'm pretty sure he just did. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda
good point.
So
I have executive authority? Why didn't anybody tell me? Alright, keep going.
because we were too horrified of the consequences.
Yeah.
I
So-
would be too.
We knew you wouldn't use them.
Yeah, I'm too nice.
I contact
You are.
Zed, being like,
Wait. What's relationship was that again?
Zed is more a friend of mine than they are a friend of M or K. But they are staying with K at... No, they're staying with M at K's place over the summer.
Okay, so Z and M are staying at
Zed.
K's.
Zed, yes.
So Zed and
Z,
M are staying at K's.
Yes.
Okay.
Along with some random people who don't matter.
So A through F. Okay.
So I contact Zed, and I'm like, so, I'm at a little bit of a dilemma. I need to store some stuff. I was told by K that I could throw all my stuff with M, but K lied. And Zed was a bro, and let me store my stuff with him. So...
I still don't see how this affects your car.
We'll get to it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really getting... The suspense is killing me, is what I'm getting at.
So...
I think I'm going to need a glass of alcohol to get through this podcast.
A glass
Probably.
of alcohol. Is that what they call it nowadays?
That's what I call it.
Not
I
like...
can tell you don't drink.
Not like...
I need me booze.
Not like a can of beer.
No,
or
like
a shot of whiskey.
No, like a can of straight alcohol.
So you're gonna take like the ethyl alcohol that you use for sterilizing wounds, and you're gonna just chug it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll
yes.
kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Abby's president, and then she has executive authority.
Which she still won't use it.
I don't know why that's a
That's
problem,
true.
guys. What
That's
are you
true.
getting
Man, you already sound drunk. Anyway,
He had a
Maybe he
couple
is drunk.
glasses full of alcohol.
at? Pure alcohol.
so managed to arrange it that M and Z do manage to get my stuff to K's. Then the summer happens and nothing happens. I get back up here, and Zed has moved back into the dorms, and he was a bro, and he transferred my stuff to his dorm room so I wouldn't have to go out to K's to pick it up. So I arranged to transfer it.
Did you get Zed, like, food?
Zed's a pretty good friend of mine.
But you didn't get him, like, a thank you food?
I mean,
Did you buy him lunch?
When I turn 21, I'm going to buy him alcohol.
You should do that anyway. You owe that guy lunch.
I do.
When people help you move in, it's customary that you buy them a pizza.
Yep.
They didn't help me move in. They technically helped me move out.
Seriously, it's customary.
But he's a bro. You owe him food.
Yes, I'm aware.
You owe him food.
Yes,
Is that
I'm
if you're
aware.
listening, you're owed food. Make sure. I'm gonna make sure you give him food. And now that I told you that, I made you aware of this cultural thing. You owe me food now.
No, that's not how it works.
Can I have food?
No.
I'm raising my hand again.
No.
Give
So,
me food.
Zed moves
Give me food. Go ahead.
Do you want a knuckle
later.
sandwich?
I was going to make
I'm
that
on it.
joke.
No, you
Don't
should've.
it hurt? Keep going.
You're too slow. I did it
So,
first.
Zed moves my stuff from K's to his place.
Cool.
So, figuring out how I'm going to move it all from his room to my room, and I wager we're going to need 3 dollies and somebody's going to carry the television. And Zed's just like, no, we only need 2 dollies and somebody's going to carry the television. Because that accounts for your 2 storage bins and the television, and then somebody can just carry the fan.
Wait, stop the podcast.
Is that my ringtone?
Yeah.
You're the best.
You need to take this.
Hang on.
Yeah, can we listen? Put it on right now. Put it on speaker.
No.
No, who is it?
You're on the Mach7 podcast.
Who is it?
I should.
Who is it?
No, I'm not doing it.
But who is it?
No, keep going.
Okay.
Why didn't you answer? That's the perfect people to talk to.
No.
Okay, customary
When is
rule
the
from now on.
house
Jesus Christ, you and your customary rules!
Customary rule now.
If someone calls, you have to put them on
If
speakerphone.
somebody calls on the podcast, we have to speakerphone and listen to it. Okay. Deal?
Sure.
That doesn't mean
You
we
mean
have to-
just like your parents?
Hi, Mom.
At
Hi,
the
Dad. I'm on the
beginning.
Mach7
don't remember at
podcast.
the
You guys are on speaker.
I wasn't
You
listening.
were
Same
texting
time.
them
Oh, yeah, I was
at the
texting
beginning of
them.
the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Not at the beginning of my story that you
Okay.
weren't listening to.
Okay, keep going.
So,
Wait,
Zed's
quick recap.
like-
I'm confused. I got distracted.
Were you not listening?
No, we're not going to recap.
Just now.
Keep going.
you can re-listen to the thing. And so,
Good call.
Zed, it's like we only need 2 because somebody can carry the television, and then we use the $2 for your 2 black containers. The big, tall storage units are black. And I'm like, okay, so how are we going to move my 3 plastic bins? He's like, what 3 plastic bins? It turns
shit.
out M never informed K or Z that the 3 plastic bins were mine, so they just kind of sat in a corner and everybody in the house was wondering whose they were. So we end up going out to K's place to pick up the 3 plastic bins, which we do. K's place is on some shitty back road, so where I have to park is on like a dirt inclined parking space on the side of the road.
This starting to sound interesting. I like it. Ramping up here.
The incline is important.
Climax.
So
Your car dies.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, don't ruin it.
Don't spoil the ending. That's my job.
That's not the ending, so...
Well, it
It's
could
not
have
the
been.
ending. It's only the new beginning.
It is...
Okay.
It is only the beginning.
What did I touch? Oh, keep going.
So, we get the stuff from Kay's house, and I'm in the inclined parking space, and the foliage in the incline is such that I'm kind of pulling out blind, and I kind of have to gun it to get out. It's a high enough incline that, I'm in an SUV, and when I take my foot off the brake, it starts rolling forward in an automatic.
That's actually quite significant.
Well,
It's pretty damn big. I pull out, and suddenly there's a noise as if I had run over a tin can. It turns out the tin can was another car.
Jesus.
That was not there when I entered my car. So nobody was hurt.
crap.
Nobody was hurt.
Wait, was it a driving vehicle or was it a parked vehicle?
That's a part of contention that the insurance is dealing with.
Okay.
You ran over a car.
No, I didn't run over a car. I just ran into the back of it. My car suffered no damage. Their car, their back driver's side door was trashed.
Okay, so why is it in contention?
The person who was driving the other car, says that they were parked.
Were the keys out of the ignition?
I don't know.
That's what it is in the state of Michigan.
I doubt it, because
That means it was driving them.
literally what happened was I got into my car. There was maybe a minute time where I was like switching the CD or whatever. I don't remember. It was a month ago. There was a small gap in time. And in the small gap in time that it took me to enter my car and gun it out because I had to, the car went from not being there to behind me. So if they were parked, they literally just pulled up.
Wow.
So, because I hit them, I do the polite thing, and I give them my insurance information. Also because they got a rental
Crap.
car. What's
Yes.
that?
The new rule is in effect.
Hello? You're on the Mach7 podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, bye.
That was very polite of her.
Also, not that interesting.
But
Yeah.
still, kudos.
Yeah, I followed my own rule.
You did?
I was
You
really tempted
did?
that I was like, do I slap vibrate? I was like, nope.
Kudos.
There we go.
So, they're in a rental car and they don't have insurance.
Lovely.
They don't have insurance,
The rental car.
but rental, you're
Do they
supposed to
come with
have.
insurance?
You're supposed to either purchase insurance
Okay.
or have your own insurance.
Right.
They did not purchase insurance, and I don't know if their own insurance covered rentals. So, I don't know what's up there. So, I give them my rental information, and they got all of it because I was waiting there for 20 minutes for them to copy it all down off of my little certificate. The only way they could have had more information is if they photocopied it.
Were they students?
No. It was some old lady and two puppies.
You hit puppies?
I did not hit
An
puppies.
sick
old
bastard.
lady. Dude, you are the sickest bastard in the world that hit an old lady and
I
puppies
didn't
going
do-
at gunning it.
I-
You're awful.
I didn't do it on purpose.
I hope you get to
Well,
pay
then,
for
then
everything.
again, it's like the puppies, yeah.
No,
Is
Well,
it an old lady?
There are some old ladies that are complete and utter bitches.
they're
Absolutely,
also,
but they made it to that age.
there are
They
also
should be
quite a
rewarded.
few that aren't that good at driving. To let you
agree.
know about the situation and why I don't feel bad at all is the person I hit had more sympathy for me than them worrying about their own shit.
Wait, one more time. Repeat that.
I'm
I'm trying to connect the dots.
I hit them.
Yeah.
When I get out the car, they're get out of the car. We do use proper grammar here on the Mach7 podcast.
So you are going in reverse?
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
And I couldn't see them because of the foliage, and the incline is such that the viewers aren't going to be able to see this.
Why are you parking?
Because that's how the parking was.
Because
In a line.
this is all there was to park at.
Like you just park on the side of the road or something?
No. There's like a designated parking area that other people were
Okay.
parked in
Okay.
on an incline. And it was such that because I'm in an SUV and because my incline is like this, my field of vision out of the back window, I could not
okay,
see
it's
them
starting to make
because
sense
they
to
have
my
a tiny
bird
little
brain.
sedan.
Okay.
I mean, the situation is such that you really need like a 3D model to understand
No, I
everything that's
understand what
going
you're saying
on.
now.
But
We should construct one and then put an image of it in the
Yeah, I'm not
video.
going to that.
No.
Nah, I wouldn't either.
No.
If somebody's cool with CAD, yeah, sure.
But no. So they have all my insurance information, and, everybody drives away safe, and I figure, okay, they're going to take it to the body shop, and that's going to be the end of that. So the next day, I get a call from the body shop being like, hey, we got the thing.
Don't even say that word.
I mean, it's 2 words.
Oh, this is going to come up a lot.
That body.
Well, come up with a letter then.
Just call it the BS.
We're going to go to the body shop, the BS.
That
By the way,
body.
the previous letters of people don't matter anymore.
Cool.
They're not part of the story. So,
Did they all die?
no.
Yes.
Oh. All right.
So
Yes,
so
they
the
did.
BS calls up. They're like, hey, we got the car in.
Because it had to be towed?
No, it was still drivable.
Oh, so you drove it there, and they called you to confirm that they had it there?
My car suffered almost no damage.
Okay.
The rental car,
Was the one that they called you about?
yes.
Why'd they call you about the other car?
Because
Just
I
wait.
provided my insurance information. And they're like, okay, we got the car. Just calling to let you know. Call us back to know that you got this message. So I called them back, and everything's cool. And I'm like, yeah, I really did provide my insurance information to this old lady. She's not bullshitting you. So, I figure, okay, that's that. So, wait a couple days. BS calls me back. And they're like, okay, we have an estimate on the car about the replacement stuff. And they give me a damage report and the estimate on it. And I'm like, okay, call my insurance. They're like, okay. 5 days later, I get a call from the BS. They're like, we tried to contact the insurance, but we were informed that you would have to file the claim for us. I'm kind of pissed that I have to do their job for them.
Yeah,
and
that sucks.
I double-checked with everybody I know that it was in fact their job, and everybody's like, yeah, they should be able to file the insurance if they have all of your information.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do.
Yeah. So I call the insurance, and I talk to them about it, and even the insurance is like, yeah, that's bullshit. So I file a claim with them. And, I think everything's all hunky-dory. 3 or 4 days later, I get a call from the insurance asking questions about the claim. There was miscommunication with the insurance where they thought my car was in the shop because, I'm the one filing the claim. So I have to set them straight with that, and I give them the body shop's number and all that jazz.
The BS.
The BS.
You mean Destiny?
You mean Borderlands?
Come on, that was pretty good. Come on.
Pretty funny.
And I give them the body shop's number, and, I think that's...
But it's not.
So is your car fixed? Your car doesn't go in the shop.
My car had 0 damage.
So you're completely fine. You're like, I don't even need to bring it to the
Yeah.
to the BS.
There is literally a small smear of paint from the other car on my back bumper.
Okay,
and that's
so
the only thing that happened.
So the other one was the one that got brought in. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So hold on one second. Who's liable for that? The renters or the person, the old lady with puppies?
I don't know.
I think it's actually the puppies themselves. That's what I would do.
It's totally the puppies.
I don't know. You'd think I wouldn't have to worry about that since it's not my car.
I was just curious.
And I gave them my insurance, which specifically covers stuff like this because my insurance covers other drivers.
Oh,
Nice.
good. So keep going with your story.
And, 3 or 4 more days. This entire thing stretches out until now. I got a call from the insurance yesterday.
Jesus.
Guys.
I feel your pain, bro.
Good call from the BS. They're like, so we were kind of wondering when you were going to do that insurance claim, because we kind of want to fix our car. I call body shop back, and, I do it more politely, but I'm essentially like, bitches, here's the claim number. Deal with this shit yourself. By the way, the insurance company told me you are full of shit. Deal with it. So then I get a call from the insurance company.
Oh, shit.
Theirs? Yours or theirs?
Mine.
Okay.
A couple days later. And they're like, we were wondering if you had any of the owner information on the vehicle you ran into. And I'm like, no, I don't, because I don't own the car. I just gave somebody my insurance information. Here is the phone number of the body shop. You two duke it out. And then about a week passes, and I think it's all over.
But
and
it isn't.
then I get a call from the insurance. I'm not here to pick up this call because they insist on calling me at like 9 o'clock in the morning where I'm either asleep or at class. And I can't really get back to them until like 8 because I'm busy doing stuff like this. So I typically just have to leave messages on their answering machine. And they're like, we want to ask you some information about the situation of the collision. And I get a call from my mother labeled an hour later from when I got the call from the insurance being like, the insurance called me and they want to, contact you. It sounds like there's some contention over the other person is saying that their car was parked, and your story seems to imply that their car was not parked. So this is what they're telling my mother to tell me, because my mother owns the insurance because I'm a poor bastard.
Right. No, I understand. Yeah. The same thing for me.
So I get a call from her being like, the insurance contacted me about this, and I get a call from the insurance being like, we want to talk about stuff about the collision. So I call the insurance, and I'm like, I told them the same thing I just told you guys over a message. So I'm like, I don't know. They might have been parked, but if they had just parked, they literally just parked there. Now I get a call back from the insurance yesterday being like, no, that's not what we asked. That's pretty much their entire message was, no, we there was no contention over the parking. We just want information. They don't bother to tell me what information they want. It's a very vague message.
So you haven't called them back yet?
I did call them back. I called them back.
Sorry.
I actually was available at 2 o'clock yesterday, which is part of their office hours, and I called them at 2 o'clock, and I got an answering machine.
Of course.
So I'm like, yeah.
At 2 o'clock?
Yeah, in the
they must close at 2, like the other welding place closes at 3:30.
They're probably all just watching YouTube videos.
That was 3:30.
Maybe they're watching the Mach7 podcast.
Probably are.
And they'll know I'm talking about them, and they'll just charge me like $5 million. But,
yeah, that's fine.
Anyway.
You can afford that.
No, I can't, but... So I leave the message like, I'm not going to be available for the rest of the night. I chose to call you right now because this is when I have time, and I kind of expected you to pick up. Much more polite than this, but this is what I'm thinking.
Right, of course.
And the thing is, on every message I leave, I'm like, if you can't contact me by phone, contact me by email at give my email address, and letter by letter at, place.com.
But they never email you?
They never email me.
I don't think they know how email works.
And they could just email me and be like, hello, this is what we want to know.
You tell them to text you?
Christ.
Try that.
Give that a go.
I don't need that shit. So yeah, I've been in a month-long insurance debacle that everybody agrees should have been solved when the...
I guess I don't understand what the issue is anymore.
I don't know.
It's like nobody's collecting any information or something.
I don't know.
It's so bizarre.
That's why I'm so pissed off.
Is it fixed the BS yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
So yeah, I'm completely clueless as to why everything has stopped at this point in time. It should not have escalated past...
I guess I really don't understand what they're doing anymore.
It should not...
What's their body weight? What's their eye color? Are they free on Friday night? What do they want to know at this point?
I don't know. It's like, I've explicitly told them, if they had a question about the situation, they should have asked it 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Not now. If they had a question about the situation, they should have asked it while I was explaining the situation when they filed the claim. I filed the claim. I feel like I'm doing all the work here.
You are doing all the work.
I mean, I kind of feel for the guy that I'm playing phone tag with because he's being screwed by this just as much as I am. But it's like, Jesus Christ, people, this should have been solved at 2 points in time. One... The body shop should learn how to contact a frickin' insurance agency, since they're kind of a useless BS if they can't do that. And 2, when the body shop had the claim number and the insurance phone number, and when the insurance had the name, the incorporated subsidiary, and the phone number of the body shop, they should have everything they have right there.
I really want to know if my vehicle can just get totaled out.
I can't just, I wish I could call the insurance and just be like, can you total the body shop's vehicle?
You just total the body shop?
I want to total my vehicle. I just want it gone. I just want liquid money.
liquid
You
money?
want that shiny new
I mean,
car.
I do.
I feel like
Would it be
paper
like
money
in
might be better.
Dr. Horrible when he has the gold bars in liquid form?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I.
Dr. Horrible sing-along blog?
Yeah.
A
I've
couple
never
of the people in
watched
my
it.
hall watch it.
I didn't know
just
what it is.
don't.
Well, does anybody else have anything to add? I feel that was a great story from all of you.
That was...
Sharing is caring.
You
Oh, you
know,
kept
I
interrupting
thought
me.
the name of the
Dickface.
game was have Chris not talk for 40 minutes. in a
Oh,
row.
yeah.
I still did.
I forgot about that.
Y'all lost the game.
But we
You
didn't
have-
let you talk that long for once. We didn't let you talk twice about it with Politicast and then
Yep.
Yeah.
Marvelcast.
You had a
I
very-
see. I see. It's funneling down. At first, I got 2, and now I got 1. So we're gonna cut the time in half next time,
Yeah.
and then
It'll
I'm
be a
just gonna
fractal.
not be able to talk at all.
So, my question is, every time that you are on the podcast, do you seriously sit there and talk just on your own for like half an hour?
No, yeah, that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The first
I have to go back and
the
watch some of
first-
these. 'Cause I haven't watched them
Politicast.
all.
Politicast.
The
I'll have
first
to go back and
time
watch
when
that.
I was with Stuart did most of the
Yeah, I
talking
did.
because he had
Stuart
the
normally does,
yeah.
Humans vs. Zombie story. But when it was just me on the podcast, what prompted it was Andrew asked me if I had a story, and my story was that Congress was suing Obama. So
Yep.
we had to go through and explain all of that. And then there was the floating question who your favorite Avenger was. And
Who is your favorite Avenger?
Squirrel
Girl.
Girl. If
I
you
remembered.
if you go back and listen to the Politicast, there was
still
some
like Iron Man.
confusion as to
Iron
who
Man.
Squirrel Girl was because she is
We're getting into it again. I feel like we
No,
should stop.
no, stop,
Unless-
Chris.
unless
We can
you're
just
not-
listen
Chris
to
now.
that podcast.
Squirrel
and
Girl
everything will make
is
sense.
understandably
Chris, this is
a-
where we have to shut you down, bud.
I almost said
I'm
sorry.
just
Chris,
explaining
please.
I
the
know.
abridged version.
For
I had
20
to.
minutes,
I
not
had.
40
I had to
minutes.
explain why Squirrel Girl is the most powerful superhero in the Marvel universe, except for that 6-year-old that nobody likes, which we're not going to get into.
Who is the 6-year-old that nobody
No,
likes?
we're not getting into it.
I don't even.
Insert
Rem-
podcast here. Okay, there's a link right there to Politicast, episode number 7. Was it number 7?
Stick it in the
I have no idea, I
annotations.
don't remember.
I think it was 7 because right
It
after
was
I
7.
Yeah, because
Do
we
you guys
want
remember how to
something
do
special for number
annotations?
7.
Just do like an annotation to it.
No. Put in the link down.
But yeah, I explained the entire superhero hierarchy of the Marvel universe,
Yeah.
and it has like 18 levels, so it took 40
Oh,
minutes.
did you see the
It
5 Nights at
happened.
Freddy's?
The
And
failed compilation?
Yes.
Loved it.
I love it.
I was supposed to be studying at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I actually just watched all of them instead.
I just sat there.
Love Markiplier.
You see, I feel
I spent
like
most of my summer when I was up here,
You love Markiplier.
right
too.
after
I
I
do.
dropped Calc 2.
Just
See, he loves Markiplier.
And
too.
between me still being up here and me going home, I just sat there and marathon Markiplier the entire time.
Oh, Markiplier.
you see, I think we should do backseat gamers of Friday Nights at Freddy's, but I feel as if it's unfair because a lot of us know the strategy now just from watching videos.
I was to say, fuck you and everything you stand for. I'm not touching that game.
It's not. Once you watch the
No.
Markiplier stuff, I don't even see how it's scary anymore.
I can't do it.
Because you just have to spoiler alert if you want to beat
Okay,
Friday Night at
I
Freddy's.
watched through his Among the Sleep. I sat down to go play it. I stood there at the closet during the tutorial
Yeah.
for like 10 to 15 minutes, sitting there freaking out because
Once you get used
The
to
ambience.
the scream noise, there's nothing to
sound
be
in-
afraid of.
the sounds in the
You know what's
background,
coming.
and plus
Yeah.
the fact that
You know the
you're
mechanics.
sitting there playing as a
Yeah.
little
All you
2-year-old.
gotta do is
It's terrifying.
We don't need to explain how to play Five Nights at Freddy's.
I got
This is where I'm
scared.
shutting you down again.
I'm glad at least 2 people was talking in that entire
RLRD
segment.
camera
Well, shoot.
on camera RD LL. And you just keep watching Pirates Cove because that's the only thing you need the camera for Foxy. There's
Foxy's
actually a theory
dick. It was
that-
Foxy that did the bite.
No, well,
That's a theory.
there's another theory that Foxy is actually trying to save Mike Schmidt from the other animatronics, which is why the other animatronics, their kill animations is they're jumping and attacking your face, where Foxy's is he's just entering the room. And what kills you is you know that the other animatronics are trying to kill you, so...
You did it right.
Yes. Well, no. You either die of fright or you become unconscious from fright, and then the other animatronics still kill you because apparently Foxy can't, fight them off, despite being clearly the most.
No, I'm
badass.
pretty sure she's killing you.
Foxy is a man. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure she's a girl.
I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed.
It was
that
confirmed on even in the wiki.
Freddy, Bunny, and Foxy are male, and Chica is female.
Yeah.
I mean, they're robots, right? Like, they don't really have genders.
Well, Chuck E. Cheese has a gender.
I guess, but he's also a cartoon character.
Yeah, he's also a mascot from one of the food joints that Friday Night at Freddy is based off of.
Oh, really? Which
Friday
one?
Night at Freddy?
Chuck E. Cheese's.
Yeah, he's a mouse. Which animatronic?
No, the characters aren't, but the idea of the children's pizza place.
Okay, thank you, because that's what I was thinking the whole time I was playing it.
Yes.
This is
Dave
like
and
Chuck E.
Buster's.
Cheese.
There were actually a variety of places like that during the 70s that I don't know enough about to talk about it for 40 minutes, so this is not a preference
Darn it.
to that.
I'm mad.
But they eventually died out of style. There's actually a backstory for Friday Night at Freddy's where it's actually closing down. So, yeah.
I thought the backstory was like... I'm not going to get into it. I
There-
thought one of them was killed, like somebody was killed.
Well, there was the bite of 87 where one of them...
Bit the frontal lobe of a child.
Yep, bit out the frontal lobe of a child, and then...
It's theorized that it was Foxy that did that
because he has the unhinged jaw and he's the only one with sharp teeth. And also because Pirate Cove is out of order, and Foxy shows the most signs of disrepair. And then 2 people were killed and stuffed into animatronic
That's
suits.
when I heard.
Then there are another 3, so there are a total 5 that are killed, and children who are killed and stuffed into animatronic suits, which is what the animatronics do to you.
I think, actually, if I'm correct, that was actually based off of slightly of these killings that happened in a Chuck E. Cheese.
And there's a theory that the animatronics that are trying to kill you were the ones that the dead bodies were stuffed into, because there's a newspaper clipping that you can see on one of the walls when you're hallucinating that on each night it changes to a different clipping, and at some point in time it's notable that all of the suits smell like decay and death and stuff. And somebody noticed that there was mucus and blood around the eyes and mouth of all of the suits.
Jesus.
So, Friday Night at Freddy's cast.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
So if the animatronics that are chasing you down are the dead bodies...
No, they aren't the dead bodies. They're haunted by the spirits of the dead bodies.
Okay, I was going to say, because then who the hell then shoved them in there?
The murderer.
There are several theories. There's a theory that it was just a murderer. There was a theory that it was the animatronics all along, and that the blood and mucus is from murdering them and not from them being stuffed in it. I mean,
Gosh, this is dark.
I know.
It
Remember when we were making fun of Destiny? That's what it is.
You mean Borderlands?
Thank you.
I'm just the one just sitting here like...
There's also a theory that the murderer wore the Golden Freddy suit, which appears as kind of a Easter egg, except it kills you. Fun fact, if you enter 1987 as the
Difficulty level?
The
difficulty level, in reference to the Bite of 87, there was a urban legend of Zelda going around that if you did that, you'd get the true special ending. Because, the Bite of 87. And so the game was patched, so if you entered that as the difficulty level, when you went to start the game, you automatically got the Golden Freddy death screen, which causes the game to crash.
Is that true?
Yes.
You're right, that is a fun fact.
The more you know. I got you.
Thanks.
All right, so we are running low on time here. Who wants to do our outro?
Not me.
So, this has been the Mach7 podcast. A lot of fun with Five Nights at Freddy's. Talk of Destiny. Stories
You
about
mean Borderlands?
Stories about how Andrew broke his glasses.
This is the most involved outro I've ever heard.
And
This
Travis's
is like a piece
car.
of paper. Wrapping up all of our stuff.
And you with your lovely insurance claims.
You mean my lovely face. But
You mean
Yes,
Borderlands?
yes, your beautiful face with that
you mean
beautiful
Friday
view.
Night at Freddy's?
We will see you again on our next podcast.
Stick tuned.
Mach7 out. Were they students?
No. It was some old lady and 2 puppies.